There's nothing so sad as coming into the studio and just being, creating marks, which is really the foundation of artwork. And circles or dots are one of the foundations of mark making. Creating a grid pattern is one example. You can experience the simplest of designs, just the repetition of back and forth, a little movement, and that circle or dot appears, joining with the others enough. Many can be just right. I can keep on going or stop at any point. There's no rush, there's no hurry. It's just being and enjoying the process. A circle is a complete shape. It has no beginning, it has no end. It's complete. It represents eternity. It is whole and needs nothing else. It's one of the earliest symbols in art and one of the earliest symbols of the universe. After the indigo circles dried, I was curious to take this a couple of steps further. So I've cut it into strips and rearranged it to jar the position, to abstract how the circles moved over the surface. So I think that has possibilities. But then I turned it over, and so the circles are more faded, more subtle. And I think that could be an interesting way of working as well. So another possibility. And so once I've got the strips now, I'm going to cut them into squares and try another couple of options. So let's see how that goes. I cut these up into squares, and it's a little bit like snakes and ladders. I mean, you could arrange it so that there's some connection between the lines, or just keep it totally random. We could do that flipping idea, sort of a checkerboard design. There's lots of options here for working with these squares, and it could be the background for something. You could collage on top of it, you could stitch it, you could just put it on and onto maybe a board and add paint. These have had gesso added to them, so they have a good surface to work with. So those are some options for your circle, dot, and spot. Have fun. Now we've done circles and dots. Now we're going to do spots. And in this case, I'm just using some acrylic ink because I want the dropper. And we're going to raise it up and let it fall because I want those splash marks. You could try a pattern. What I'm going to do is try some different colors. So I'm going to play with color on this one. And you could do 2 or 3 spots in place or close together like that one. But I love the pattern, the little spots that it's giving as well. Let's try sepia. And if you load up your dropper, you could do multiple ones in certain areas or travel across the surface. Some indigo, one of my favorites. And any of these little exercises would equally work on paper as well. So you don't have to be restricted to fabric. I just happen to use fabric. And in this case, it's a raw artist canvas that hasn't been primed. I've got some pearlescent ones here, so let's try those. And it's neat how they merge if they hit one another. And the higher up I raise my dropper, the bigger the splash area will be. These are quite high up. Here's a pink one. And even with this one, you could try different arrangements, going in a grid again or into certain areas, circles. You could mask out areas to keep them clear and then go back into them with something else. So that gives you an idea of the possibilities.